what should have been an exciting moment turned out to be a little bit disappointing. I got the NEX-5N, which is an upgrade to the NEX-5, which is actually this guy here. They look exactly the same. What I'm holding looks exactly the same as this, except that this is a newer model, obviously. It's got better colors, much better late evening, or much better darkness performance, much higher resolution, and all that stuff. But it also has one problem. It makes a clicking sound. It's a really loud sound. Like, I'll show it to you. I can't. I mean, all I have to do is just barely tilt it to one side or the other. In fact, you can hear it. Wait. Hear it? So it's actually, it has nothing to do with, in my case, it has nothing to do with like the drive motor or whatever, the detection or whatever. It's just, there's some loose part in there. I'd be tempted to think it was this tag, but I was holding the tag when it was making that noise, so I'm definitely going to be sending this in for repair. It's a known problem. Sony has identified the problem. They said that just call this number and we'll fix it. Well, they said we'll improve it. So once they get that done, however good it is, I'll be replacing you with this. I'll be replacing this with that, and I'm sure there will still be some kind of noise, but better picture. If I really want good sound, I can use an external microphone. So, Toby, you don't seem to be feeling so well. Your voice is all messed up. You've been coughing. You okay now? What can I do for you? So it looks like this Sony NEX has support for HDMI out. So I've got this connected to you, and I can actually look at you on a big TV, on a big monitor. That's pretty cool, y'all. Whoa. Crazy. Now this is actually nothing new. I mean, we've been doing this with webcams forever, but this is a real camera, y'all. Whoa. Whoa. That's awesome. That's too awesome. I'm doing so much. It's like a kaleidoscope. Yeah. This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. That's too amazing. That is so cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. it just doesn't stop. It's too cool. It's like something out of a movie. It's amazing. It totally looks like something that you would produce out of something like After Effects or something. But none of this. Wow. Well, I have not been vlogging much, and the main reason why is because I am a little bit out of sorts with the fact that I have to move. I still need to move out of here, and I haven't picked a home yet. In fact, and what's been holding me back from picking a home has been just making sure that there's enough money in the bank so that when I close on a home, I'm ready to just fork out the money and go. So I will be renting, but because of my foreclosure, I'm gonna have bad credit, so I might have to jump through some hoops and make sure I have enough money in the bank to make it all work. What's wrong with you? So, pretty soon I'll be packing and then moving. And it's going to be fun to enjoy the new house once I find it. I might end up in another apartment though, in which case it'll be another temporary. It'll be another place that, it'll be another apartment, but it'll only be temporary because ultimately I don't want to live in another apartment. I want to live in a house. And the only reason I can think of right now that I live in an apartment again is because of my bad credit, and I would need it to improve. I might need it to improve before I can be allowed to move into a house. I don't know. Worst case scenario. With this refocus again, I'm once again having to set aside my other priorities again, and like my weight loss and all that stuff. I've just not been thinking about that as much. I gotta think about my move, and I know I can do it all, but it's just with work being so stressful, I can really only deal with one or two major priorities. So I gotta rest, and I've just been chilling. So just being the homebody that I am. So once I get moved and settled, I'll probably get back on the weight loss and everything else, and I'm probably gonna I've pretty much made up my mind that now that I know how hard I'm gonna be working at work, I've pretty much made up my mind that I will be likely needing to just hire a housekeeper on the home, spend an hour or two every weekend and just clean up. So I'll deal. Life is good. Life is really good. It gets to be a little bit lonely. Very lonely, actually, but, you know, my needs are met. God's been good. I shouldn't complain. So it is late. I'm going to bed. Good night.